Greetings, it's Ian from RTO here. Video 3, the last one today. Then we can relax. And we're not doing a marathon as such. We're calling it Summer Dozens, because all these bands in June have all got 12 albums. And today we're looking at Scottish rock band Primal Scream, which has been requested by somebody. So Primal Scream from Scotland, Glasgow, and formed in 1982 by Bobby Gillespie, who was vocals, Jim Beattie on guitar, and then they've had various people through the years, and the current lineup is with Andrew Innes on guitar, Simone Butler on bass, and Darren Mooney on the drums. They started performing live about 82 to 84, and they didn't take off because Gillespie was still in his position of drummer of Jesus and the Mary Chain, another good band. So the band have been experimental in their music. Sometimes their music is a little bit, especially some of their dancey trip hop stuff. But they've released 12 albums, so we'll have a look at them today. So, coming in number 12, we have the 6th album from the year 2000, and it's called XTRMNTR. On here we've got Bobby Gillespie on vocals and guitars, and just samples, which is always freaks you out. Andrew Innes on guitar, Robert Young on guitar, Martin Duffy on the keyboards, Gary Mountfield bass, Darren Mooney on the drums, Jim Hunt saxophone, and Duncan Mackay the trumpet. So the first track is called Kill All Hippies. Definitely one of the better tracks on this album. It's got a nice little groove. I quite like that one. Accelerator. I find this a little bit annoying. There is so much going on. It's too busy. It's like some sorts of jazz. 15 musicians all playing different tunes. Nah. XTRMNTR, and this is going into their trip hop thing, and it's more dancey than rocky. And I'm not a big fan of that. Then we got Swastika Eyes. It's the worst track on the album, and probably one of the worst tracks they ever recorded. It's just a weird dancey dub thing, not for me. Pills. Oh dear, again it's too hip hop for me. Not a big fan of that one either. Blood Money. Again, one of them tracks, too much going on, you can't distinguish anything for me. My favourite track though is Keep Your Dreams. It's very poppy mainstream, but it's one of the better tracks on this album. Insect Royalty is next. It's a dance tune. Nah, that's not interested. And then we've got MBB Orchestra. If They Move, Kill 'Em. Strange track. Then they do another version of Swastika Eyes, the Chemical Brother mix. It's even worse than the original, and it's 6 minutes long. Then we have the last track, Shoot Speed Kill Light. 5 minutes out. 5 minutes long. After 1 minute I'd had enough. Unfortunately, I just don't like this album. It just does do nothing for me. I tried to listen to it about 3 times and I just gave up in the end. So I'm just going to give it an RTO ranking of 2 out of 10 because it has got 2 tracks I like on it. Okay, coming in at number 11, it's the 12th and most current album, and it came out last year. It was the first album in 8 years for the band, and it's called Come Ahead. Bobby Gillespie, Andrew Innes, Simone Butler is on this. Additional musicians, David Wrench, additional programming, James Faulkner on the bass, Jay Belrose drums, David Holmes keyboards and loops, and the House Gospel Choir. First track is Ready to Go Home. It's a gospel-y song, and it really is good. I like that. Love in Insurrection sounds like a proper Primal Scream. It's not too bad. Heal Yourself, guitar on this is very psychedelic. I like that. That's all I can say about that. Innocent Money, horrible dance machine beat to it. Just doesn't do nothing for me. Then we've got Melancholy Man. It's just very, very dull and boring. It doesn't do anything. Love Ain't Enough. This is more like it. It's got a great little bass line on that. Some nice vocals on that as well from Bobby Gillespie. It's not too bad. Circus of Life. It's not too bad, but the drum beat is a little bit off in places. False Flags, a very dull start. It's 8 minutes of dullness. I'm not a big fan of that one either. Deep Dark Waters, one of the better tracks. It's got a nice beat to it. I don't mind that one at all. Then we've got the Centre Cannot Hold. Don't like this track at all. Just nothing. Settlers Blues, very monotonous, does nothing for me. Yeah, it is quite a disappointing album, to be honest. A couple of tracks, a lot of mixture of mishmash, and I just don't know. So I'm going to give that one an RTO ranking of 3 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 10, we've got the 7th album from 2002, and it's called Evil Heat. Bobby Gillespie on vocals and guitar, Andrew Innes on the guitar, Robert Young on guitar, Martin Duffy the keyboards, Gary Mountfield on the bass, Darren Mooney drums, Jim Reed lead vocals on some of the tracks, Kate Moss additional vocals, Robert Plant on the harmonica on track 6, and Kevin Shields does a guitar effects on number 7. First track, Deep Hit of the Morning Sun. Strange track, but I like the phasing on it. Really good. Miss Lucifer. It's a bit dancey, but it's got a nice beat to it. I'll give it that. Autobahn 66. It's quite new wavy sound. It's got some nice keyboards. It's one of the best tracks on the album. Great vocal as well from Bobby. Detroit. Now, the Jim Reed sings on this. It's quite quirky. I quite like that one. Rise is just a dirge. It's so irritating. I couldn't listen to it all the way through. My Lord is My Shotgun. Very painful again. City. Great track. Now and again you get, on these later albums, you get some really good tracks. This is a good example of sort of that classic sound of Primal Scream. Some Velvet Morning featuring on narration Kate Moss. It's alright if you're dancing at a nightclub, but if you want to listen to some music, forget it. Skull X, it's all over the place, not very melodic, just noises. A Scanner Darkly, a bit of a medley to it, it's not too bad. Space Blues number 2. It's one of the better tracks on here. Okay, and a bit of a mixed bag here. There are some pretty decent tracks on here and there's some pretty naff ones. But I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 9, the 5th album from 1997, and it is called Vanishing Point. We've got Bobby Gillespie as ever on the vocals, Andrew Innes on guitars and bass, Robert Young guitars and keyboards, Martin Duffy on the keyboards, and melodica Gary Mountfield on the bass. We've got Paul Mulroney on the drums now. First track is Burning Wheel. I really like this. It's dreamy, it's chilly, it's psychedelic. It's really, really good. Get Duffy, the next track. Some lovely ambient keyboard on this. The tones are really nice. You sort of dream off somewhere on that one. Then we have Kowalski. Not a bigger fan of this. It's a strange old track. Not very disjointed in places. Star. Brilliant. Very chill out on a nice down day sort of music. Really is intricate as well. If They Move, Kill 'Em, which is very similar to a track. It's sort of the original of the track on one of the other albums. It's a little bit better, this one. I don't mind this one. Out of the Void, another dreamy ambient track. It's Got some lovely tones on that. Stuka, bit dancey, but not for me. Medication, my favourite track on here. It's a good old-fashioned Primal Scream rocker. Some nice riffs on the guitar, a great vocal from Bobby. And then they do a cover of Motorhead. First thing I'll say, very brave to attempt this, but it's absolutely crap. Train Spotting goes on at 2 minutes of that, but that drum beat just drives you insane. Long Life, it is boring. The guitar is alright, but the rest of it's boring. Now this is one of these albums that really starts great. You go, oh, this is going to be good, and it just gradually got worse as time went on. So I'm going to give that one an RTO ranking of 6.5. Okay, coming in at number 8, we have the third album from 1991, and it's called Screamadelica. Screamadelica, something like that. Can't get me tongue round that one. It's Bobby, Andrew, Robert, Martin. We've got Henry Olsen on bass on one of the tracks. He does a guitar solo on Damaged. And we've got Philip Tormanov on percussion and drums. We've got some guests. Denise Johnson, lead vocals on track 3. Yar Wobble on bass. And Chris Reston on Higher the Sun. First track, Moving On Up. Brilliant, big hit of course. I love this. It's a groovy track. Always like that track. Slip Inside This House. I love the drumming on this. It's catchy. It's got such a groove. It's proper sounding Primal Scream, of course. Then we got Don't Fight It, Feel It. Sort of dancey hip hop coming in here. Nah, I'm not a big fan of that one. Higher Than the Sun. Love the violin on this. It's quite an ambient, and that my violin does give it a little bit of zing. Inner Flight, groove. I love the psychedelic sounds on this. It's atmospheric. It's really good. Come Together is the next track. A little bit long. It's 10 minutes long. The middle bit seems to go off on a meander, but it comes back in to how it started. Loaded, interesting track. It's quite chilly in places. I do like the guitar work on that one. Damage, second favourite track on here. It's got a Rolling Stones vibe to it. They're pretty good. I'm Coming Down, some saxophone on this. It really is a bit different. It's a little off kilter, which gives it that sort of weird feel to it. Then we got Higher Than the Summer, Dubbenwicks, featuring Jan Wobble, Bull Durham, not very memorable. Shine Like Stars, great track to end the album. It's got a mystical sound to it. I know this album went 2 times platinum and everyone thought it was the bee's knees, but yeah, I don't think it's that. For me, it's got some good tracks on it, but when the general public buy albums, it rings alarm bells with me. So I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 7, we've got the 11th album from 2016. It was the last to feature bandman Martin Duffy prior to his sad death in 2022, and it's called Chaosmosis. So it's Bobby Gillespie, Andrew Innes, Martin Duffy and Darren Mooney. Tripping on Your Love. I quite like this one. It's got some really nice guitar on it. It goes back to the good old days. Then we get Feeling Like a Demon again. It's poppy, but it's got a nice beat to it. It's a very listenable track, and it's quite mainstream, but I do like that. My favourite track off this one is called I Can Change. Quirky. I love the keyboard work on here. It's really good. One of the best tracks, I think. And 100% or Nothing, a good track again. This is poppy, but it's just got some nice elements to it. Private Wars, a nice gentle instrument, sort of an instrumental, some lovely guitar, well put together track. Where the Light Gets In, bit of a rocky part. It's got a lot of rock influence with a bit of pop thrown in. It's a really good track. I do like that one. When the blackout meets the full light, very dancey. I'm not a big fan of that one. Carnival of Fools, I like the arrangement on it. It's got some keyboards, a bit of piano, some synthesizers, and it all works very well. Golden Rope, a really good vocal from Bobby on this. It's a really nice song. Autumn in Paradise, nice tone, a good track to end the album, got a nice beat to it. Not a bad album, this one. One of the better later albums from Primal Scream. I was quite surprised, but I really enjoyed this one, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.4. I need a drink. Okay, then coming in at number 6, 10th album from 2017. It's called More Light. Bobby Gillespie's on here, Andrew Ings. Who else has it got? Sturk, Martin Duffy and Darren Mooney. First track is called 2013. It's one of their longest songs. It's quite good. It's psychedelic. It's got some ambience to it. It's a very, very good opening track. River of Pain. Interesting, this. It's got a nice beat to it, and it's got that psychedelic and ambience on this one as well. Culture Side, the keyboards get irritating, but the guitar riffs are pretty good. Hit Void, too busy, too much going on, and I don't like tracks like that when there's so much going on. Listen to this under the headphones, it does your head in. Tenement Kid, my favourite track on here. It's got a killer vocal from Bobby. The piano is really good. Invisible City, the irritating percussion drum machine just really irritates me. I can't, when you get a beat like that that's too prominent, it really spoils it for me. Goodbye Johnny, not a bad track, some saxophone solo on it, it's pretty good. Sideman, it's got a cracking bass line, whoa. It absolutely brilliant. And one of my favourite tracks on the album. Elimination Blues, interesting interpretation of blues, but it works. Turn Each Other Inside Out, love this track. Again, the bass and drums on it are absolutely terrific, really drive the song along. I can't say it. Relavity. Sorry folks, it's a word I just can't get my tongue round. I really like the keyboards though, it's quite melodic and psychedelic as well. Walking with the Beast, love Bobby's vocals on this and love the guitar work as well. It's alright, it's okay. Yeah. Remember this one, it's quite poppy and I don't mind it, it's quite quirky. Probably one of the best albums from the later period. Some really good tracks on it. Okay, it's got a couple of dance, but on the whole it's a pretty good album, so I'm going to give this one an RTO ranking of 7.5. Okay then, coming in at number 5, album number 9 from 2008, Beautiful Future. Bobby, Andrew, Gary, Martin and Darren, the band at the time, and the first track is the title track of Beautiful Future. Poppy opening, really good opening track, sets the tone for the album. Then we get Can't Go Back, my favourite track on here. It's a great little rocker, it's a great vocal from Bobby, I really like that one. Uptown, yeah, I remember this as a single, pretty good. Good track. The Glory of Love, industrial sound on here with some sort of Chinese clinkety plonk as I call it, and some nice drumming, really good track. Suicide Bomb, it's got some really good riffs on this, excellent track. Zombie Man, got such a catchy beat to it, some nice riffs, good old fashioned Primal Scream here. Beautiful Summer is a fantastic vocal from Bobby. I love the tempo of this. I like the bit when it changes in the middle to a, you know, I like it when you get tracks that change the tempo halfway through. Really good way they've done it. Then we have I Love to Hurt You, You Love to Be Hurt featuring Love Fox. He's a Brazilian singer in an indie band. Not my favourite track, probably the weakest on here. I don't like the drumming at all. And then we've got Over and Over featuring, yes, the one and only Miss Linda Thompson. Can't believe she's on this album, but it really works. Good track. Then we have Necro Hex Blues featuring Josh Homme from Queen of the Stone Age. It's a great song, and his vocal on this is killer. Really good. Okay, that was the last track of that album. Really good track. I enjoyed this album. It is now on my iPod library, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.7. Okay, coming in at number 4 from 2006, Riot City Blues. Bobby, Andrew Martin, Robert Young guitars, Gary Mountfield on the bass and Darren Mooney on the drums. Country Girl. Now, this was a real curveball. It sounds more like a Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers song, but a little bit more grit. It's a great song. I really like that song. Talking of nitty gritty, the next track is called Nitty Gritty. It is nitty gritty. It reminds me of bands such like as the Choir Boys and the Black Crows. It's a really good track. Suicide Sally and Johnny Guitar. Great guitar on this. No drum machines, proper music, absolutely terrific. When the Bomb Drops. Love the bass from Gary on that. Absolutely killer track. Little Death. A bit more psychedelic in places. Nice dreamy sort of track. The 99th Floor. Very rock and roll, but with a bit more beef. Love that track. We're Gonna Boogie. It's very glam rocks, T-Rex sort of style. One of my favourite tracks by the band, and I love this track. Dolls, Sweet Rock and Roll. Just a great rock and roll number. A really good vocal from Bobby. Hell's Coming Down. We're going back into the Choir Boys, Black Crows sound now. Love this sort of rock. Excellent track. Sometimes I Feel So Lonely. It's a really nice ballad with some really nice guitars on it. What a good track to end the album. This is a really strong album, and it's probably the best they've released in the 2000s. Absolute belter of an album, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.8. We're into the top 3 now. So coming in at number 3 is the second album from 1989, and it's called just Primal Scream. On here we've got Robert Young on guitar, Bobby Gillespie vocals, Andrew Innes guitar, Philip Tomanoff on drums. Additional on here we've got Henry Olsen bass, Martin Duffy as well. First track, Ivy, Ivy, Ivy. Good track, proper gritty rock track. Great vocal from Bobby. Love that track. You're Just Dead Skin to Me. It's a nice ballad. Some lovely slide guitar on this. I don't know who's doing the slide guitar, but it's excellent. Then we get She Power. It starts off like a ballad and goes into a more of a rock track. It really is good. I like the two different contrasts on that. Then we've got You're Just Too Dark to Care. I would say this is one of my favourite ballad type songs from Primal Scream. It's a lovely song. It's a fine vocal as well from Bobby. My favourite track on this one is called I'm Losing More Than You'll Ever Have. It's got some bongos on it. It's got a great guitar solo on it. Really good track. Gimme Gimme Teenager Head. Yes, it does actually mean what the lyrics say, but it's got some excellent riffs in it. Lone Star Girl, love the guitar work on this. Excellent track. Kill the King, it's got an ambience to it, a nice tone on the guitars. Sweet Pretty Thing, it's just a really good 80s rock track with some great riffs in it and a great vocal. Jesus Can't Save Me, it's definitely got the last track on the album syndrome for me here. It's probably the weakest track. It's a really good album. 9 excellent tracks and one that's not. It's a great follow-up to their debut, and I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 2, we do have the debut album from 1987, Sonic Flower Groove. This is Bobby Gillespie on lead and backing vocals, Jim Navajo on 12-string electric guitar, Robert Young bass, Andrew Innes rhythm guitar. We've got 2 drummers on here. We've got Dave Morgan and Gavin Skinner, Martin Duffy on the piano, Frank Sweeney on the viola. First track is a great song, Gentle Tuesday. Was a single. It deserved to do better than it did. It's a really nice track. Treasure Trip is next, another uplifting track. The guitar work on this is fantastic. May the Sun Shine Bright for You, a great vocal from Bobby. It's got a little bit of that 60s vibe on it, super song. Then we have my favourite track on here, Sonic Sister Love, one of my favourite tracks. I love the harmony singing on this. It's just a brilliant, plain, simple, but a great song. Silent Spring, some really intricate guitar work on that. I do like that. Imperial, another single that didn't get in the top 40. It's a really good song, but they weren't into this rough rock stuff. Then it was all smoothie stuff in 87. It's a brilliant song, very underrated. Love You, some nice guitar work on that, another fine vocal. Leaves, it's a very sort of 60s pop sound to it, and I really love that track. Aftermath has got a lovely nice rhythm to it, very relaxing as well in places. We Go Down Slowly Rising, some great track to end the album, one of Bobby's best vocals on this. I believe this is one of the most underrated albums of 1987. Everything else was plastic and smooth, this wasn't. It was just a really good album, and it gets forgotten about. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.3. But my number 1 album from Primal Scream is their 4th album from 1994, Give Out But Don't Give You Up. Bobby Gillespie. Denise Johnson joins them on vocals on tracks 4, 6 and 10. George Clinton 4 and 10. Jackie Johnson vocals, Susan Marshall vocals, Robert Young guitar, Andrew Innes guitar, Martin Duffy and Jim Dickinson do the keyboards, Amp Fiddler does as well, and the one and only from Heartbreakers, Ben Montench. Jailbird, second favourite track ever by Primal Scream. It's absolutely brilliant. It rocks, some great guitar work, killer track. And then, okay, it's a bit predictable, but my favourite track on here, and my favourite track by them, is Rocks. What a track this is. I remember when this came out and I loved it. Absolutely belter track. I'm Gonna Cry Myself Blind. I love this track. It's a country blues sound to it. Absolutely wonderful song. Funky Jam. It is. It's uplifting, excellent track, great vocal from someone on this. Big jet plane, horns with a little bit of country sound on it. It sounds brilliant. Free, brilliant song, absolutely, sang by Susan Marshall. It's absolutely killer track, love it. Call on Me, it's got that Rolling Stones vibe to it, which I do love. Strutting, funky rock tracks, great funky bass line, some excellent drumming on this one. Sad and Blue, it's a mixture of country, a little bit of bluegrass, a little bit of gospel coming in as well. It's really brilliant. I love that track. And then we've got Give Out But Don't Give Up, the title track, brilliant brass horns, put everything into this. It's got a lovely tone to it, excellent track. I'll Be There For You, not the best track on here, but it's a great vocal from Bobby, nevertheless. Everybody Needs Somebody, it's a lovely ballad, lovely keyboard, and the organ sound is here. It's just another fantastic track. I love this album because of the production. It's fantastic. Well, some of the best singing from Bobby Gillespie. You've got rock on here, you've got southern rock, you've got bluegrass, country, rhythm and blues, a little even bit of ska flicks in there. It's just an incredible all-round album, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.5. So there we go, a great band, made some great albums. Really enjoy doing this one again. I hadn't listened to them for a little while, so when I put this together, it was great to hear some of these albums again. Okay, that's all for today. Busy old day. It's been a busy 2 days. But tomorrow we have got a great sophomore drum. It's a folk one between Fairport Convention and Steel Eyes Span. And tomorrow, Pick a Mix is, I think it's, just have a check, it's a trip down memory lane, and we're going to have a look at the top 10 singles on the 12th of June 1960. So join me for that tomorrow. So have a great day. Still very nice out here. Nice little bit of breeze as well. So have a great day, and bye for now.